Alrighty, greetings, good evening. Mark Dixon here in the Channel 3 First Alert Forecast Center with your Monday night 9:30 live edition of First Alert Weather Extra here on WFSB Plus. Thanks for hopping on, checking us out. In case you're not familiar, this is your first time, welcome. We do these little digital broadcasts on weekdays, 8 o'clock in the morning, 9:30 in the evening. Typically, you see Mike Seifer. He is off today. And what a Monday it has been, of course, wrapping up a holiday weekend with a coastal storm. Saturday, absolutely beautiful. Things went downhill yesterday, of course. And then today, the worst of this system, of course, now behind us with the winds that at one point were rather gusty. So tonight, damp and drizzly, some occasional showers, perhaps a brief downpour, otherwise still windy. Tomorrow, this coastal storm will be on its way out, and then we are going to be trending brighter through the rest of the work week. And looking ahead to the upcoming weekend, the third weekend of October, it looks dry. It also will feature an uptick in temperature. We're going to be seeing temperatures by Sunday reach or exceed the 70-degree mark. So in the meantime, the rain that fell over the last 24 to nearly 36 hours has been certainly beneficial. Over a wide window of time, 1 to 2 inches, locally higher amounts have been able to be absorbed. So certainly helping with regard to our building deficits and the ongoing drought situation across parts of Connecticut. Abnormally dry to moderate drought on the drought monitor. So certainly beneficial in the manner in which it came. No flooding concerns, which is always great news. And the other aspect, of course, of this nor'easter, this coastal storm, winds that have been gusting close to 50 miles an hour. The top gusts, 48 miles an hour, coming in from Bridgeport, also from Groton. And most of these coming in from coastal or southern Connecticut. So we did have from Kent also a report of a wind gust to 41 miles an hour. So leading to some isolated power outages throughout parts of Connecticut. But grand scheme of things, minor compared to past events. And coastal flooding never really realized, fortunately. So some good news there too over the past few high tide cycles. So the worst of this wind that you see on this graphic, all of these gusts came before daybreak. So since then, the wind not as intense as it has been. And here's a look at the most recent gusts in the 9 o'clock hour across Connecticut, between 25 and 35 miles an hour. So nothing too terribly bad. Of course, if you're out there, you've got the drizzle, a couple of showers that we're tracking on First Alert Live Radar. So it's kind of a windswept dampness to the air. Here's a look at the current sustained winds between 15 and 25 miles an hour for most locations. So tomorrow, looking ahead to our Tuesday, still a bit breezy, but certainly not as windy as today. Wind gusts likely staying below 30 miles an hour. And note those wind arrows initially kind of out of the northeast and then becoming more northerly as the day progresses. That's a signal that this coastal storm is moving offshore. Also, by Wednesday, they switch to the northwest. We have a cold front that's going to move through. It will pass through dry, but on that northwesterly wind, some relatively cooler and drier air is going to be moving in. So a little bit breezy as well on Wednesday. So currently on the state's only live radar, you can see how it is certainly drizzly, damp all across Connecticut. That's coming down below the radar beam, but you can see along the shoreline, basically a paralleling into the west of Route 9, say Middletown, through Haddam, through Deep River and Essex, all the way down to Old Saybrook, Old Lyme, and then westward, Guilford, Madison, Clinton. We've got some showers. So that moisture is a little bit more south of New London that's going to be moving in too. So that's why there's still an ongoing chance for some showers. Otherwise, just damp and drizzly, also breezy tonight. Current temperatures, we've got 50 to 55 for most of inland Connecticut, some upper 40s coming in from Salisbury and Torrington. Also, along the shoreline, Bridgeport coming in at 49 degrees, 57 New Haven, 54 for Groton, New London. So these temperatures certainly running on the cool side, and these temperatures really have not been moving much over the past several hours. Want to show you that in the Atlantic, quick sidebar here, that we have a new tropical storm. This was named earlier today. This is Lorenzo. No threat to any landmass. So at least in the near term, and certainly not a threat to the east coast of the U.S. But do want to keep you up to date. The Atlantic hurricane season runs through the end of November. So we've got another 6 to 7 weeks to go. All right, so from Waterbury, you can see the dampness out there, roads, sidewalks, trees. 51 degrees, a northeast wind sustained at 24 there in the Brass City. From Hartford, we've got some raindrops on the camera lens kind of obscuring the view. Otherwise, 53 in our capital city. Same kind of scene coming in from New Haven. The camera moving around just a little bit. Raindrops on the lens there, 257. But look at southeast Connecticut from New London, a much drier scene, at least for now. We're just showing you on First Alert Radar that some showers are heading in the direction of coastal southeast Connecticut. So visibility along the shoreline, 5 to 10 miles. Again, what you were seeing through our iCams. Hartford, New Haven, the raindrops on the camera lens were kind of obscuring that view. Inland, down to less than 10 miles. Hartford down to less than 5. So not terribly bad, but not ideal either. So across the Northeast, you can see showers extending all the way through Maine, up to the Canadian border, westward through Pennsylvania. So this area of low pressure, this coastal storm, is spinning off the Delmarva Peninsula. So just kind of hanging out to our south. So it's not going to move until tomorrow. So that's why we're expecting more of the same tonight. And then we've got this cold front off to our west that's going to move in. And then behind that, high pressure builds in through the end of the week. So once we get past tonight, tomorrow morning, we're looking great. Now, tomorrow morning, there could be a few lingering isolated showers early. Otherwise, overnight, some showers. It's going to areas of fog and drizzle. So otherwise damp and still on the breezy side. So first alert futurecast with regard to wind gusts tomorrow, 7 o'clock in the morning, 20, 25 mile an hour gusts. And then as we head through later in the afternoon to the evening hours, they start to relax a bit more. High temperatures for our Tuesday. Again, some showers possible early, then some partial clearing before the sun sets. Highs in the upper 50s and low 60s inland and lower 60s along the 95 corridor. So first alert futurecast showing tomorrow the area of low pressure moving farther offshore. Next up, that cold front approaching from the west, passing through on Wednesday with little fanfare, just some scattered clouds. And then we'll be trending a little bit cooler thereafter. So Wednesday, before that front moves in, with cooler air lagging behind, we'll likely reach the low and mid 60s and then trending a bit chillier thereafter. Foliage, already peak, if not past peak, near the Canadian border. Unfortunately, with the wind over the last, say, 24 hours, while the wind could have removed more leaves from their trees, I think we were spared. So if you're maybe wanting to do a little leaf peeping locally this upcoming weekend, you may not have to travel far. Just stay within the borders of our state to see a nice pop of color. So we're hitting our stride. So again, I think we perhaps dodged a bullet with regard to the wind removing a lot of the leaves from the tree. So a little silver lining to this coastal storm that's been moving through. So in our first alert 7-day forecast, breezy, low and mid 60s on Wednesday. Lots of sunshine through the rest of the week once we get past tomorrow. Thursday, breezy, upper 50s. As the wind begins to subside Thursday night and early Friday, we could dip into the upper 30s to start Friday. Friday afternoon, we're back in the low 60s. And then next weekend, mostly sunny on Saturday, mid 60s. Sunday, looking for temperatures to reach or exceed 70 with a bit of an increase in cloudiness. I can show you real quickly what we're looking at here with regard to that time frame. And keep in mind, we're basically 6-7 days out. Sunday night, chances for rain will be increasing, and they will last into Monday morning. And then likely we'll see some clearing taking place thereafter. And also on the 8 to 14 day temperature outlook, we are looking at temperatures, higher probability of them running above average. So that gets us through the end of October. So again, I'll look at our first alert 7-day forecast. Temperatures running a little bit cooler than normal Thursday, Friday, then warming back up above average over the weekend. And after tonight, tomorrow morning, our next chance for some wet weather won't come until Sunday night into Monday morning of next week. Right, we'll have much more team coverage on this coastal storm over on the Wax at 10 o'clock. And then, of course, on Channel 3 at 11. And in case you're just joining us for the first time, we do these weather alerts, these first alert weather extras, I should say, on weekdays, 8 o'clock in the morning and 9:30 at night. So again, we'll see you over on Channel 3 on the Wax at 10 and Channel 3 at 11.